I know I missed the live yesterday, but I was extremely busy. And like I told you guys, when I have a little bit of time, I will come and drop a content or two. Now, guys, all the way, 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 guys, all the way, we end up in Guyana. And like I said, so I hope you guys' weekend was great so far and all of that, right? Happy Monday. Don't forget to smile today, okay, guys? And all of that greatness. But nevertheless, people, we have a lot that will, hey Joshua, good night. We want to speak about a few things, right? Hi Joshua, how are you? I can't see once if I have the other screen on, I won't see, right? So if a lot of times you guys say hi to me and I don't respond, is because I am not seeing. Once I put up my pictures, I don't see the comment section until I come off of it, right? Because sometimes I'm just trying to do the content real fast. But good night to you. Hope your weekend has been great, Joshua, and all of that. And we have a snowstorm over here. We had a snowstorm and all the leaves are still on the tree. Now let me tell you that. So all this time that we were complaining and we heard about climate change is really here right now because there's leaves on the tree and there's snow falling. Okay? But nevertheless, guys, like I said, happy Monday all the way in Guyana. Not only that, guys, there's this two persons are facing US extradition and all of that. So let's get into the story quick and fast and let me unpack it, okay? So Guyana in turmoil after opposition leader arrested and faces US extradition, all right? As Rudin Mohammed had emerged as a surprise contender in the presidential election, claims political persecution, all of that, this now come right here happening now, all right? So Guyana has been thrown into a political turmoil following the arrest and the possible extradition to the United States of the country's main opposition leader, just 2 months after he emerged as a surprise contender in the presidential election that kept incumbent Irfan Ali in power as Rudin Mohammed, 38, and his father, Nazar Mohammed, 73, two of Guyana's wealthiest figures, thanks to their gold mining empire, were arrested on the 31st of October in the capital of Georgetown in response to a formal extradition request from the U.S. government. Remember, the U.S. government been trying to extradite a lot of people from the other day, even the gang guy from Haiti, and now the America gone all the way in Guyana looking for extradition, okay? Facing 11 charges in Florida court, including money laundering, bribery, and tax evasion. They were released later the same day after posting bail of 150,000 Guyanese dollar, each about $5. Okay, so each about 100, no, $5. 1 second. Yeah, it's over there. Yeah, I put it in your pan thingy. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. Facing 11 charges in Florida court, including money laundering. Okay, right? So they post bail 150,000 Guyanese dollars each, about 547 or 719.95. But most report to the court weekly and will face a new hearing on Monday. Mohammed has claimed that they are victims of political prosecution by Ali's government. The government is fully behind the sanctions and has agents working in the U.S. that they are in talks with, he told local media. Mahaber Anel, Guyana Attorney General, said that the case was a legal obligation arising from the country's international commitment at 1931 extradition treaty between the UK and the US remained in force in Guyana. So imagine there was a law and a rule made in 1931 about an extradition treaty between the UK and US still remain in Guyana. Let me repeat it. A 1931 extradition treaty between UK and US remains in force in Guyana. So how can you have a law from 1931, old slavery law, way back when, still in Guyana, for their folks to be extradited to America? 1931? That's how long US and UK locked Guyana so they could extradite or extradition their folks. So in 1931, who were the extra? Oh, Jesus. Oh, anyways, remains in force in Guyana, which became independent from Britain in 1966. So if Guyana became independent from the Britain in 1966, then the 1931 extradition treaty between the UK should be abolished, I would think, right? But anyhow, anywho, neither here nor there. The case has become emblematic at a time when relations between the Caribbean nation and the US have taken a new energy. Significance with American companies leading the oil exploration that could soon make Guyana the world's largest producer per capita. It's a situation where the status quo in Guyana is being challenged, said Peter Wickham, a political science and a director of polling company in the Caribbean. So as you guys know, Guyana is in big in oil. So when they overthrow the government right now, this man who's up and running to keep the other party in power, when they overthrow these people now and extradite them to the America now, that America just could come right now and just take over the oil. Think about it, right? Let's continue. Mohammed founded a party and announced his candidacy just 3 months before the presidential election, breaking with the country's long-standing two-party system that has traditionally pitted the presidents, broadly backed by the Indo-Guyanese population, against the APNU, generally supported by the Afro-Guyanese voters. Mohammed urged Guyanese to reject tribal voting and running on populist, anti-establishment platform, promised to push the renegotiation of the oil deal, despite the country newly discovered oil and wealth. So you never see smoke without any fire. So it's the oil is the problem. Allegedly, don't mix me. Because if this man tell these people renegotiation, negotiation the oil deal, despite the country newly discovered oil wealth, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to claim, say, possible, allegedly, that he's a troublemaker. But nevertheless, country newly discovered oil wealth, more than half of its population still lives in poverty, okay? Imagine how much oil Guyana is going on with, and half of its population still lives in poverty. Let's continue. He hoped to become a kind of balance of power, whoever won the election, but the result ended up being better than he expected, Wickham said. The incumbent Ali won, and his party secured 36 of 65 seats in Congress. But unlike in previous election, it was not the AMTNU, APNU, that emerged as the main opposition force. It only had 12 seats. Only won 12 seats, guys. But Mohammed party with 16 last Monday, 3 days after Mohammed was arrested and released on bail, he was sworn in alongside the rest of the new Congress. He arrived in a Lamborghini at the center of the alleged mail fraud against him, in which he accused of submitting a false 75,300 invoice for a vehicle said to have cost 680,000. Although the U.S. extradition request was issued last October, the investigation into Mohammed and his father began earlier, and the indictment is said to cover offenses committed between 2017 and 2024. In June 2024, a shipment containing about 5.3 million gold bars sent from Guyana by Mohammed's enterprise was seized at the Miami International Airport. That same month, the Mohammeds were sanctioned by the U.S. Department of the Treasury at the charges of gold smuggling, okay? Invading more than 50 million in taxes owed to the Guyanese government and bribing local public officials. Jaja. At the press conference last week, Vice President Barrett, who led the country between 1999 and 2011, said the extradition request came from Marco Rubio, the U.S. Secretary of the States. Okay? This is crazy. You see his signature there, Marco Rubio. He said it's not a junior man in Florida. That's the seriousness of it. We're part of a treaty. We're part of the international community that believes people must pay their crimes, said Jagdeo. Mohammed and his lawyers declined to comment to The Guardian, but have previously denied wrongdoing. All right? In addition to describing the case as a political prosecution, this legal team has told local media that some of the offenses listed in the U.S. indictment are not crimes in Guyana, and therefore Mohammed should not be subject to extradition. The lawyer said they intend to challenge the case at every level, including Constitutional Court and ultimately the Caribbean Court of Justice. Wickham said the case is likely to drag on. While it goes on, Mohammed remains a member of parliament, and I think he will continue to make life as difficult as he can for the government in his role as an opposition leader, he said. It's a long, long piece. Let's get to the other part, okay? So at the end of the day, guys, they claim, say, this man had some kind of gold shipped, trying to evade taxes, all of those kind of things, guys. They said there was, there was 5.3 million gold bars sent from Guyana by Mohammed Enterprise, and it was seized in Miami International Airport and invading 50 million taxes owed to the Guyanese government. All of these kind of things that they say that this man and his father did, or him and his father get caught up in it, and this is going right down with the extradition of America. So we're going to see how this one played out, guys. Sooner or later, we're going to stay on this case. And if we hear anything else, then I will come and discuss it. If not, then we'll just keep our eyes and ears on the ground until we figure out what's going on with this case. Okay? So that was the content for the day. Guyana, we're gone all the way in Guyana. From there, guys, 1 second. From there, I want to give you the audio of this whole thing. All right, so let's get to the audio. 1 second.
You're watching Caribbean Today on YouTube. In the oil-rich South American nation of Guyana, a dramatic political event has occurred as Rud Mohammed, the man many expected to become leader of the opposition, was arrested with his father, Nazar Mohammed, by Guyanese authorities following a U.S. extradition request. The U.S. indictment charges a pair with multiple counts, including money laundering, mail and wire fraud, conspiracy, tax evasion, and gold export violations. The crimes alleged involve oversight or evasion of more than 10,000 kilograms of gold exported from Guyana and tens of millions of dollars in lost duties and royalties. As Rud Mohammed and his father were released on bond while they prepare for an extradition hearing in early November, their release conditions include surrendering passports and regular reporting. Mohammed's arrest comes at a time of heightened political visibility. His We Invest in Nationhood Party, WIN, newly formed in June 2025, secured 16 of 65 parliamentary seats in the September 1 general election, establishing itself as the main opposition against the ruling People's Progressive Party Civic, PPPC. Despite the charges, Guyanese law does not bar someone from holding office merely because of an indictment, which means Mohammed remains eligible to serve in parliament while legal processes unfold.
Oh, wow.
But the vice president of Guyana recently clarified that parliamentary membership will not grant immunity from prosecution, saying there will be no immunity for Azrud Mohammed. The arrest also raises questions of timing and motive, Mohammed has publicly accused the PPPC government of political interference. His lawyers say certain U.S. charged offenses may not even qualify under Guyana's extradition treaty with the United States. Guyana's Attorney General has confirmed that once a formal U.S. request arrives, the country will initiate extradition under the Fugitives Offenders Act, although Guyanese courts may still allow challenges. Mohammed's arrest could alter the opposition landscape, with Wind's party founder detained and facing legal uncertainty. The party's momentum could stall and could alternatively energize its base and gain supporters who view the charges as political persecution. The U.S. Guyana extradition request highlights how foreign legal systems now intersect with local politics. That one of Guyana's emerging power players is under U.S. indictment underscores how the global spotlight is on countries with newly enriched resources. If allegations of gold smuggling and tax avoidance are proven, it may trigger further scrutiny of Guyana's mining and export sectors. That could affect investor confidence and raise questions for revenue sharing in the region. Guyanese authorities and the public will be watching to see whether this case prompts deeper investigations into corruption within the resource sector.
So now you guys hear. So this is troubling and disturbing, but one will say that it's just because of the gold that's in Guyana. One will say, and because he tell these people to be mindful how they vote, I think maybe that's why possible they're coming after him. But if he's doing all of these things, then Jaja. And then his dad is so old, and to get caught up in this and extradite, oh Jesus, extradition to the States and all, Mama Mia, how that is going to go, I don't know. And you understand? But nevertheless, guys, I wanted to speak to you guys about that. That was the content. But from there, guys, let's go to a 10-year-old accused of attacking a 5-year-old situation. I don't know what is this world coming to, but if you're 10 and you could be attacking a 5-year-old, then it's troubling and disturbing. But what can I say? Let's go and unpack that for a second, okay?
First here at 5 o'clock, attempted murder, rape, felonious assault, kidnapping, and strangulation of a 5-year-old. Those are the charges a 10-year-old faced today in court. Good evening, I'm Katie Usen. And I'm Tara Morgan.
Do you hear what they charge a 10-year-old for? Did you guys hear what they charge a 10-year-old for? Let's back it up all the way back again. Right here.
Attempted murder, rape, felonious assault, kidnapping, and strangulation of a 5-year-old. Those are the charges a 10-year-old faced today in court. Good evening, I'm Katie.
How can a 10-year-old face strangulation, attempted murder, and all of that? A 10-year-old. What's going on with our children nowadays days? A 10-year-old? 10 years old? When you're 10, what were you doing? When you were 10, what were you doing with your little self? Oh my God. But anyways, let's unpack. Now we move on from Guyana. We've gone all the way to a 10-year-old case that is charged with kidnapping and all. Let me back it up right here again for you guys. Okay? Right here.
Attempted murder, rape, felonious assault, kidnapping, and strangulation of a 5-year-old. Those are the charges a 10-year-old faced today in court. Good evening, I'm Katie Usen. And I'm Tara Morgan. News 5's Nadine Abusada was there for the arraignment. At this time, we are not showing or naming the children involved due to their age.
This type of behavior doesn't deserve grace.
That's the victim's
they
mom?
They were doing, and they was okay with that. They even played after not caring about my baby.
For the first time since Antavia Kennebrew says her 5-year-old daughter was assaulted in a field. She sat in the same courtroom as the 10-year-old girl accused of the attack.
Since this horrific act was done to her, she just been going through it, and that's how it should be for her offenders.
Today, Judge Kristen Sweeney arraigned the 10-year-old girl who appeared in juvenile court with a mask and hooded puffy coat.
This is going to be a very short hearing where I'm going to go over your rights with you.
She faces a list of charges including attempted murder, rape, felonious assault, kidnapping, and strangulation.
We have filed a competency motion, as we do have significant concerns for her ability to understand the statutory language of the complaint, as well as her legal rights in the proceedings today.
While the judge granted that motion, the prosecution asked that the 10-year-old be placed on house arrest
You're
with an
there.
ankle monitor.
They should not get grace.
A 10-year-old supposed to face in house arrest with ankle monitor? A 10-year-old? Oh no, Father God, oh. Almighty God, I'm asking you to stop right here on. Please, I'm asking you. Seriously? Seriously? Really? No, man. Bad habit. Well, let's continue.
Or a break to return home and get prepared for their life to change. Because not only did they been given enough time already, nothing prepare my baby for her life to be changed. She didn't get time.
The defense argued against the ankle monitor, referencing court Monday, where they said the child has faced threats at school, crowds at her home, and that the family has since moved for safety reasons.
You
If she
there?
is put on ankle monitor, that will become public knowledge, and if that is, and if someone figures out where she is living, and they know that she is court ordered to be there, that could pose a potential safety risk.
What is so disturbing and troubling, they showed the little girl hand so everybody could figure it out that she's a child of a person of color. They claim so they couldn't show who she is, so why are you even showing her hand so we could identify who she is? I mean her racial background. Could you imagine? Troubling and disturbing. Mama, your 10-year-old out here for kidnapping, raping. Oh, Jaja. Let's continue.
Her and her family.
But Judge Sweeney ordered that house arrest and an ankle monitor are necessary.
One is the serious
Ankle-
nature of these charges. Secondly, and I'm just going to note.
Ankle bracelet and house arrest for the 10-year-old. House arrest and ankle bracelet for the 10-year-old. The 10-year-old is charged with for rape, kidnapping, and all of those charges. Say who now? Let's continue. This is insane, but I'm not surprised nowadays days, eh? Not surprised.
This for the record. We don't have a parent present in court today
You're there.
for MH. And so I am not sure what the living circumstances are outside of what was discussed in the closure.
So you see, mama not even show up, her dad not even show up in court today. Only she won. Eh? Only she won. Oh, my God.
Hearing.
So what's next? The 10-year-old girl will now undergo a competency evaluation.
She would have to.
There will be a hearing to follow. Now regarding the 9-year-old boy accused as well. He did not appear in court today due to a family.
People's both of them, 9-year-old and 10-year-old, did all kind of rape and all kind of things they claim allegedly to the 5-year-old, So where was everybody when they gone with this 5-year-old? And what is 9-year-old and 10-year-old doing out here with 5-year-old raping and doing all of these things allegedly? Anyways, let's continue.
Member having car issues. His hearing was rescheduled to next week. Now, if he doesn't appear again, the judge will issue a warrant for his arrest.
Mighty God. What is this world coming to where we have our 10-year-old and 9-year-old raping, kidnapping and all? Till judge says, you brat. You rude brat, you little brat. I'm going to put an ankle bracelet on you and monitor you now. Seriously? Home arrest? Oh, do you have a 10-year-old in your house behaving badly? Try simmer them down and simmer them down before they get out of hand. So this is crazy and I'm not surprised, but what can we say? Now, we want to get to something else. We want to talk about watching your children online, monitoring your children them laptop. If they go to school nowadays days, they go to school and they don't use the chalkboard that much, they usually have their personal laptop. They usually have their personal phones. Are you, monitoring your children, what they're doing online, so they don't get lured by some nastiness? Are you monitoring your children and phone to see what they're doing online? In these Roblox game? In this Fortnite game? Remember, even TikTok used to be a children app and everybody take it over. Okay? Fortnite used to be a children game. Roblox supposed to be a children game and all of these perverts is out here disguising. So are you monitoring your children with some of these pervert online who's pretending to be a little small one? Let's unpack this quick and fast. All right?
afternoon. Now to a very disturbing
Go to
story
the
out of
Bronx. We're at the
A man
Bronx.
is now under arrest for allegedly using social media to lure a teenage girl from New Jersey to his apartment where he repeatedly raped her.
And as terrible as that is alone, there is more. The NYPD says he had been arrested before for the same type of horrific act in Manhattan and was out on bail awaiting his sentencing when police say he struck again. Now, police put out this mugshot asking for any other potential victims to come forward.
Eyewitness News reporter Marcus Solis is live in the Belmont section with the very latest on this very disturbing investigation. Marcus.
Troubling.
And Liz and Dave, first to that incident last year that the suspect was awaiting sentencing on involved a 15-year-old girl, somehow deemed to be consensual, and so the suspect pled guilty only to a misdemeanor.
You're there.
This time, the charges are far more serious, and police believe there could be additional victims.
I could tell something was not right, and then she goes, "My daughter's missing."
You're there.
And she started telling the story.
A terrifying story that ended with police rescuing a 15-year-old girl from the suspected serial predator holding her captive. 24-year-old William Creedle is charged with luring the teen he met online to this building where he allegedly drugged, raped, and beat her.
You're there.
Shocking to hear something like this could happen right.
So mama in the Bronx?
Fulvia Anacostia was approached in her business by the girl's mother, who discovered the teen had left their home in New Jersey Monday night. By early Tuesday, the girl's parents tracked their daughter's tablet to Hughes Avenue.
You're here.
Section.
Truck.
Began searching.
I could see it in their face. Yeah, they was desperate.
Could you imagine, guys? So let's back it up all the way. I just kind of fast forward because it's troubling and disturbing for me.
This time, the charges are far more serious, and police believe
go all the way back.
Predator holding her captive. 24-year-old
holding her captive, you know. I'm the one who bring it back this way.
To this building where he allegedly drugged, raped, and beat her.
You're there.
Shocking to hear something like this could happen right next to my office.
Fulvia Anacostia was approached in her business by the girl's mother, who discovered the teen had left their home in New Jersey Monday night. By early Tuesday, the girl's parents tracked their daughter's tablet.
I could see it in their face. Yeah, they were desperate to know her whereabouts, you know. So that's when I just said, well, I could look around.
Hours later, the NYPD knocked down the apartment door, inside which they say they found drugs and guns.
You're dead.
The rap sheet includes other violent crimes and sex-related offenses.
I'm happy to hear that the daughter's safe, probably traumatized, shocked, but at least she survived.
Well, again, police concerned there could be additional victims, which is part of the reason why the suspect.
So mama's in the Bronx. Mama's monitoring your children's phone. Keeping a tracker on your children's devices, because that's the only way you're going to find them. Remember the case I came and unpacked the other day, where they found this girl, like I told you guys, behind a wall? How did they track her? By her phone, and she was an adult, and the mom would track her. Remember the other girl again, where that man, she left her to her dad, left and told her dad, "I'll be back, I'm going to the gas station," and she was dismembered, and he threw her body way over a bridge. She was tracked again by the phone. So are you monitoring your children online? Fortnite, Roblox, you name it. Are you monitoring your children, them devices, with these little dirty, thirsty, uncivilized, pervert predators? Are you guys monitoring your children devices? If not, out for a rude awakening. Remember, nowadays days children are selling by dozen and half a dozen. I came and unpacked a story last time where they found children in crates. Say who? Children in crates. I came and spoke to you guys the other day again how much children that the freaking sheriff them rescued the other day in crates. So remember, nowadays days children are going like hot bread. Remember, nowadays days people are selling children like how you sell items. I've been telling you guys this all this time. Be mindful. So are you monitoring your children devices? And I had to come and shout. Nevertheless. Oh, the da ba da the dee the dum the dee the dee the dee the dee. Anyways, I have this on my short. So let's run to Jamaica for a second. All right? So these sisters got rescued. I have this on my short, but we're going to drop this anyway. All right?
A big thank you, actually. Yeah. I think these people are, very kind-hearted. And maybe they, somebody helped them, so they're helping more people to pay it forward.
Well, tonight the community is stepping in and stepping up to help two sisters who lost everything in Hurricane Melissa. The young girls from Jamaica. They're now here in New Orleans, and they're staying with their father as they start all over. But a stranger saw a call to action, and they stepped up to help. Before heading out to Breaking News, WDSU's Jasmine Franklin met up with the two girls.
We could see physically our roof like patching off piece by piece.
Look at the roof.
Sisters Kaliana and Irisa described terrifying moments
Look at the roof,
as
guys.
Hurricane Melissa pushed through their home.
I thought I was gonna die that day.
Look there.
The Category 5 hurricane destroyed their house in Montego Bay,
Georgia.
with floodwaters washing away all of their belongings.
We don't have no roof left, guys. We don't have no rooftop.
And since the roof kind of came off, like it was raining in the kitchen basically.
The two girls, just 11 and 14 years old.
When you guys see me keep on changing the background like this is because I don't want to get a copyright strike. So for me to make content stay up, for you guys get to watch the content and revise the content, I have to give it a background so I don't get a copyright strike. So you see me going in and out, clear screen, then colored screen is because I know how to play the YouTube. You get it? So let's continue.
Temporarily moved to Louisiana to stay with their father, hoping for a fresh start.
Do y'all carry purses or a backpack? Y'all want something like
So this is a good Samaritan, gonna help them
With
shopping.
the clothes on their backs. That was until Dianca responded to a social media post asking for help.
I've been a giver all my life, and so I give from the heart. And so having just beat breast cancer, I felt compelled to pay it forward,
She purchased the girls a new wardrobe, getting them back on their feet with brand new shoes and other basic necessities like
Wow.
t-shirts and jeans.
Living here for Katrina and multiple other floods that took place in the New Orleans area. Although we on the West Bank, we were definitely affected by several floods. And so having gone through that actually brought back so many memories, and I know what they needed. I know what it feels like to lose a lot because I've had homes destroyed by water.
You can take the black one around.
Despite the darkness these two sisters experienced, they now see a little glimpse of light.
Yeah, we're grateful we got that because otherwise we would have had nothing. Yeah.
Although there is a long road to recovery ahead, they are hoping one day they can get back to.
Boy, a lot of people felt that hurricane, that Category 5. My thing is that it's the longest time people been shouting climate change. What is troubling for me is the fact that all these hurricanes came about and they all know the names of the hurricane. By the time you look, this is a hurricane and they could name it. What is so troubling again that we all know that people are playing to be God nowadays days, yes? Perfect example, it started to snow where I am and there's all the leaves are still on the tree. And I never ever see snow in my life, all my life, and there's still leaves on the tree. I don't remember that. Growing up and even now in my adult stage. Okay, Dennis, good night. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. So all of those kind of things. Not only that, when you bring those kind of storm, Category 5, you wipe out everybody livestock. You wipe out everybody farm. So the only thing now the people have to depend on is stuff that are being imported. Everything that is chucked up, bucked up, collected. I wonder all of these things that are donated to that country are being donated. I hope that people are really checking out those kind of things and make sure that they're in good standard, health-wise, food-wise, that those people can consume. When you wipe out someone's livestock, pigs, goat, chicken, when you wipe out everything that people have in their ground, food and all of that, how do you expect these people to rebuild? And if everybody and their father is going to Jamaica to reap up and buy land, when most of these people don't have the money to put back their house and their little 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom intact, who you think is going to come buy up all of those land? Huh? Who you think going to come and buy up all of those places? Not only that, you get to understand that a couple of the hotels in Jamaica are closed and there's no damage. So basically, they don't even want nobody there. In a time like that, those places supposed to be open and the government's supposed to subsidize that. Like in my country, when you have people homeless, and the shelter is full and all of that, majority of these people are staying in hotels. Government is subsidizing that. So I don't understand, but what can I say? Okay, guys? What can I say? Anyhow, from there, one second, guys. From there, remember nowadays days, the world is all messed up. Yes? And like I tell you guys, I've been the longest time people been crying out for climate change. And I can see it for myself. The world is not the same. When we were growing up and coming up, Christmas was always fall on the same day. Nowadays, days, by the time you look, Christmas is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. You can't keep up. Yes? Nowadays, days, you go outside, the time is darker than more how it's supposed to be. When you hide, these people put the time forward and backward. So the question becomes, the age that we are we really that age since the time go backward and forward? So just asking, guys. Maybe a dumb question, but I'm just asking. Nevertheless, let's unpack this content so I could jump off of this, okay? I want to talk about some few other things, all right? Let's talk about here. So, one second. I'm going to talk about this here, all right? I don't know if you guys know about the making large clay pots. Okay? So this was basically a slave that sit down in the 1850s and make clay pots, mostly used for food storage. But as an enslaved man in the South Carolina, he was denied the right to do all of that. They claim someone in this pot was returned to one of their owners, if I'm not mistaken, right here. So an enslaved man made thousands of ceramic pots. Now a Boston museum has returned 2 of them to his descendants. So is that a good look? Many of David Drake's largest vessels feature his signature and inscriptions, even though he created them during time when literacy among enslaved laborers were illegal. Okay, maybe they weren't. Remember, back in the days in slavery days, they weren't allowed to read or write, but he knew how because his signature is still on those things. So imagine all this time in the 1850s, you've been making clay pots, and you may be dead and gone, and now an enslaved man, thousands of ceramic pots, now at Boston Museum, has returned 2 of them to his descendants. So that's a good look. So I wonder how much that is worth. And at the end of the day, would you put a price on that since it's coming from 1850s? Clay pot. Are we using any clay pot nowadays days? No. And is the black race making clay pot nowadays days? Nope. Do they know how to make clay pot? I am not sure. So look at all of that. So who invent pots? Oh, let's continue. Kiss me teeth and pass like literally. Next. Let's drop this right here. Juju Watkins make history as the first college athlete to invest in a women professional sport team. So when you have a young girl like this or a girl like this, invest in women professional sport team, then I guess it's a good look. Yes? Because a lot of nowadays days women are not investing in nowadays days, sometimes they invest in something that don't make no sense, the way I see it. But nevertheless, not beat nobody. Each to each own. Wherever you want to spend your money, that's your business. You understand what I'm saying? Moving on. What else? I possibly need to go somewhere else in this phone. Is it in here? Probably not. Let me go in my email for a second. Guys, stick a fork in me. I am done. I'm exhausted, but what can I say, man? It's not easy. All right? Not easy at all. All right. We want to talk about Dodgers Alex share his death of his and wife Kayla's baby girl. So you know we always in sports, some kind of sports. One second, I have to mute you guys for a second. 1 second.
his family emergency.
1 second.
On November 7th, silence on his family emergency. On November 7th, the Los Angeles Dodgers player shares a photo on Instagram and a joint post with his wife Kayla, sharing the tragic death of their daughter, Sterling Sol Vesia. The photo shows him and his wife holding hands with Sterling. Alex writes in the caption, Sterling Sol Vesia, our little angel, we love you forever and you're with us always. Our beautiful daughter went to heaven Sunday, October 26th. There are no words to describe the pain we're going through, but we hold her in our hearts and cherish every second we had with her. He continues, thank you to the Dodgers for their understanding and support during this time. Our baseball family showed up for us and we wouldn't be able to do this without them. Thank you, Dodger Nation, Blue Jays organization, and all baseball fans for your love and support. We have seen all your messages, comments, and posts. It's brought us so much comfort. The news comes after the Dodgers announced that Alex would take some time away from the team as they advance to the World Series.
Georgia.
In an October 23rd.
Remember, it was the biggest game in our world. There's a biggest game the man can play. Man is mourning. In a big game like this, he lost his little one. Georgia star. Let's continue.
Wife Kayla navigate a deeply personal family matter. The entire Dodgers organization is sending our thoughts to the Vesia family, and we will provide an update at a later date. Alex and Kayla first announced they were expecting in April. Prior to the Dodgers World Series victory, Alex's teammates showed their support for the family, wearing his number 51 on the side of their hat during Game 3 against the Toronto Blue Jays.
So while everybody out here talking about Dodgers kick ass, Blue Jays kick ass, one of the team member was out here really mourning, and we didn't even know that. You saw they kept it quiet. You see that we never even distract the game, the playoff at all until way after. So that's why I had to drop that. Oh my. Oh, I tell you, today we're here and tomorrow we're gone, no matter how small we are as a mustard seed. You get it? But anyways, let's unpack some more things in here, and I'm going to jump off of this live and say thank you for stopping by. Now, we want to go all the way to the Trailer Park Boys. Oh, my. So we're going to come and unpack this story one of these days. But right now, we're just going to kiss our teeth, like literally, kiss our teeth and pass and talk about this. Some people will shout out, pervert! But I'm not going to say that at this point in time. We're just going to watch. So give me a second. I'm going to meet you guys for a sec.
Facing a sexual assault charge for an alleged incident dating back nearly 8 years.
Trailer Park Boys.
Mike Smith is best known for his role as Bubbles in the Trailer Park Boys series. According to the Canadian press, court documents show Smith was charged by Halifax police on October 2nd in connection with an alleged assault in December 2017. In a statement, Trailer Park Boys Incorporated said, "We are aware of the allegations concerning Mike Smith dating back to 2017 and take such matters seriously. We recognize how difficult an allegation of this nature is for all involved." It goes on to 2017. Say that Smith has now stepped away from his role as managing director of the company. Smith is set to appear in court Monday.
You're dead. Then people. Then could you imagine that trailer? Oh, I can't even say it. So people, let me give you the rundown. The charges, hold on, let me open up this and show you guys. So the charges, guys, was coming all the way from 2017. Don't play with it. Remember, sexual assault don't have any statute of limitation. So you could have whined and dined in 2016, 2009, Remember, in 2025, you get a slap with the wrist, clonk, clonk, with a silver bracelet. Hold that. So, guys, we're going to watch to see how this pan out. And I'm going to do some more digging. So we'll find out who the victim is and everybody. And we're going to come and unpack the story. Because I'm sure you guys been watching Trailer Park Boys. And the way they carry on. And the way they go on. I'm sure he could have get some front. Some nana. Some ash. Some three things. Sure, sometimes for free. I am sure. Because when you're popular like that, you don't need to hold on tech. You don't need to hold on rape. You don't need to do all of that. But we're going to shout allegedly because every dog, everybody except 4-foot dog have their time in court. And you have the right to remain silent as we, the viewers, and watch how this play out in court. So as soon as this happening, we're on the ground, our ears is on the ground. Remember, I came and shout out this one first. So if you never heard about it and you hear it over here, shout out first. Over here only, we unpack all of these things. Yeah, we right this so. Moving on, wrapping up this live, guys. Thank you for your time. Yes, let's drop one more and we're gonna come off of this and jump off of this. Stick a fork in me. I am done, exhausted, done, finito. All right, anyhow, let's unpack one more thing now, guys. Wrapping up this live. One second. Okay, guys, so I don't know if you guys know. Where is it now? Let me find it now, man. Is it salt and pepper? If I can't find this now, I'm gonna kiss teeth and pass. But anyways, salt and pepper, Missy. Salt and pepper. Let me see if I could find what I'm trying to say to you guys. 1 second, salt and pepper. Salt and pepper Hall of Fame. Come on. Show me what I want. Okay. Salt and pepper, guys. I should have just brought that. I'm going to give you guys the audio if I could find it, but I'm going to show you guys this on the screen now. So remember, guys, you know Salt and Pepper who made it possible for all of this. So, guys, let me give you guys a little bit. 1 second. So Salt and Pepper, guys, made it in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2025. You think this is a good look for the Black Sisters? Do you guys think this is a good look for Salt and Pepper? You guys remember the moves? And how Salt and Pepper used to come out here? Salt and Pepper and everybody. And everybody used to rock to the beat back in the days when music used to be music. So now they made it in the Hall of Fame. Can we talk about it? Should we celebrate? Should we jump for joy? I am not sure. So let's find the audio quick and fast. So let's go to the YouTube. I am coming. So YouTube, show me what I need so I could show these folks and jump off of this, right? So Salt and Pepper Hall of Fame. And that's a good look, I think. Watch ya. Yes, so what we did. Yes, so. So right here, and Missy and Elliot and all of them, right? Let's get some of the speech. 1 second. I don't want no copyright strike. 1 second.
To induct Salt and Pepper, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, Missy Elliott. Hold on.
Missy look youngy.
I said, what's up, y'all?
What's up? Missy.
Man, y'all don't understand. This is historical.
See? I'll miss it, them claims in it.
These three ladies
and Outcast too, guys.
from high school.
Okay.
The reason that you even know Missy Elliott name is because of Salt
and Pepper.
Cinderella.
All right. So we're not going to drag that out. Okay, guys? Not at all. So let's pause this for a second. So we're not going to drag that out. Not at all. All right? We want to find a short version. So Outcast, like I said, end up in the Hall of Fame as well. So Outcast, shout out the Hall of Fame on the stage. So Outcast. So let's drop this one in. 1 second, okay?
Endless expensive dentist visits.
I had to mute you guys. That's number one. I had to mute you guys because we don't want a copyright strike, right? So we have to mute you guys. But I'm sure you guys got it. So Outcast, Salt and Pepper, and all of them end up in the Hall of Fame. And I guess that's a good look. If you care to know, then you know. If you don't give a shit, then you don't give a shit, rather. Sorry, my French. I'm just going to say it how I gotta say it. Okay, so Salt and Pepper, like I said, in the Hall of Fame, and all of that, and all of that, and all of that. So let's go here. Right there, see there? Hall of Fame, baby. See there? And Outcast and them. All right? So you guys got the drift. I don't really need to drag this on at all. All right, people? So that's what I had to come and unpack today and say, guys, thank you for your time. I just had to drop that content. Don't forget that today we end up in Guyana. Every day we're at a different place, different country, so to speak. Okay, guys? Because like I said, we always want the content to be different. We don't want to do content like everybody else. And we don't want to come out here every day to talk about Kim and Boo and all of those kind of things. All right? We don't. Anyways, if you like some Wendy's, well, guys, Wendy's closing hundreds of restaurants. Lots of people are going to be out of job now. And no more Wendy's for you guys. Belly. Cook out your yard, please, and thanks. So I had to shout out that quick and fast. All right. From there, I am going to wrap up this live. Okay. Really and truly, I'm going to wrap up this live. Now, I am going to wrap up this live, guys. I'm really going to wrap up this live. Okay. Wrap up this live. So let me jump up. Let me see if I could find what I'm looking for. 1 second. If I can't find it, then I'm just going to jump off. Okay. I want to say big up for those who always come and watch the content. Thank you for always coming no matter what. And for the new subscribers, thank you very much for subscribing. And for the loyal subscribers who always stop by, I really appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. And thank you guys again for your patience and your precious time. And I'll catch you guys another time with a content or two. Have a good night, and just remember, say tomorrow is Tuesday, winding down the week, and stay blessed with your ambitious self, whether you're a man or a woman. Bye.